Assalamualaikum and good day. Today we are already in week 2. So we try to introduce about the circuit, yeah, and how to read the circuit based on the three types of the uh, we call like the diagram, or maybe like the uh, knowledge about the reading the circuit from the electrical work. Yeah. So as we know, you as engineers should be understood about how the diagram work in the electrical circuit. Yeah. So last week, previous class, we already introduced the series and parallel circuit. Now you hope you can get the idea what the circuit that evolving in the task in HASBEC system. Yeah. So today I would like to introduce the LO1 is the first is a recognize different type of the ladder diagram. And then the second LO is able to read electrical control schematic diagram. And then the last is the construct basic wiring diagram. So by the end of this lecture class, you should be understand how to read this circuit system in the HASBEC system. Yeah? So we actually have three different type of the ladder diagram in the circuit system. So the first is by using the schematic, and the second is pictorial, and the last is installation system. So the first, I would like to indeed, yeah, to understand how to read the schematic diagram. The first, we need to understand first the definition about the schematic diagram. Yeah, the schematic diagram tells how, when, and why a system works as it does, and use schematic diagram to troubleshoot a control system. And then the second definition in the schematic diagram, the source of the electron, the power supply, is represented by two lines downward and listed as L1 and L2. As shown in figure, yeah, you can see in the figure that we have a two condition of the line diagram, yeah, L1 and the L2. So between the L1 and L2, we have maybe provided by potential or voltage number. So you understand the diagram also provide the number of the potential. Yeah, so you need to read, understand, mean that the power of the circuit is covered in the system. Yeah, and then we go to second of the method or type. Yeah, circuit, yeah, the reading type. So we go to pictorial diagram for the second of type of the circuit, yeah, reading. So definition is the pictorial diagram, also referred to as a label or line diagram, is intended to show the actual internal wiring of the unit. So if you want to maintain or do in revision or maintaining, and then in the HASBEC system, you need to understand about the pictorial diagram. So the pictorial diagram will be shown the actual wiring system. Yeah? The pictorial diagram show all the component of the control panel as the blueprint, including all the interconnecting wiring. So once you meet the facing the troubleshooter in the actual condition, you need to read the pictorial diagram, and then you can measure the wiring system if the needed, yeah, and then if the power system is not work in that line, mean that you need to uh, replace the component, maybe component already break down, you need to replace. And then pictorial diagram is used to locate specific component or wires when troubleshooting from the schematic diagram. As I mentioned before, if you meet the trouble shooter, should be using the pictorial diagram. And then it's difficult to determine from a pictorial diagram how a system operates, and only an experienced mechanic can follow a complex pictorial diagram. As we know, the pictorial diagram will be shown with the complicated of the diagram circuit, because only experience of the engineer can understand some. Maybe if you have the experience in the circuit diagram, maybe you can read easy in the pictorial diagram, because the in the pictorial diagram will be shown and provide all component inside in the circuit. And then the last is installation diagram. So the installation diagram is used to help the installation electrician to wire the unit properly. So mean the installation diagram used for the wireman technician. So they need the installation diagram to install the wiring system. So the wiring system will be provide only use for the installation during the wiring system. So maybe the technician don't need the specialization in the component, because the installation diagram only for the wiring system. So the diagram gives specific information about terminal, wire size, color, loading, coding, and breaker or fuse size. So we hope the technician understand to put all the wiring, and then do not buy the coloring system. So the color will be represent the meaning. So if you want to use for the blue is for the positive, you should be use the blue one. And then if you want to the neutral wiring in the white wiring color, so mean when installing system should be put in the white coloring system. So this one is very useful for the installation, wiring installation. So the diagram doesn't provide detail about equipment operation because the electrician has no need for this information, as I mentioned before. So the wiring system is not specialist in the component system, because they don't know, and then maybe don't need to understand about the component work. So in the sample, you can see from the figure how the wiring system used in the installation diagram. Okay, now we go to the understanding in the schematic of the designing diagram. So from the first type is we use the schematic. Schematic. Actually, schematic is very simple to describe the circuit system, especially for the us in the mechanical engineering. We understand easily to absorb information from the designing of the circuit system. So once you assign as engineer in the HVAC system, you should be understand about the condition of the whole system of the HVAC, especially in the refrigeration system. So once you meet the or facing the troubleshooter, you need to collect, or you need to read the schematic diagram system. So you can read from the schematic diagram, and then you can measure which part or zone already need to need your specialist in to do maintenance. So the schematic diagram resemble a ladder is made of two lines drawn downward and listed in the L1, L2, representing incoming electrical source shown and below. So from the figure, you can understand, yeah, we have two line here from the L1 and then L2. So within the L1, L2, they will be described by the potential voltage, yeah, description. So mean the description mean within the L1, L2 have the potential in the 240 voltage, yeah. And then from there, we have the series system, yeah, in the component within the component of the fan motor. We install also together with the sensor, thermostat. Mean the fan motor we will work by sensoring system of the thermostat. So we condition in special temperature. So the operation of the fan will be worked by certain temperature. So we set in condition temperature. So once the temperature meet, yeah, the requirement, so the switch will be closed, yeah. Close mean will be connect, yeah, interconnecting the wiring, and then will be fan will be work to operate. Yeah. So another example, you can see the complicated of the system schematic. So actually, in the actual diagram, we can read by complicated, yeah, actually, about another type. But by using the schematic diagram, actually we can simplify, yeah, the condition of the hatchback system. Yeah, so you can see from the figure, we have a combination between the parallel and the series. Yeah, so we have the series in the compressor system. We have a series in the indoor fan motor, and then also we have series in the compressor contactor, yeah, sorry, contactor, and then we have a CR here, a control relay. So actually this one actually designed by a parallel circuit, but every system is for the example compressor and then a fan, yeah, they will install with the series system. So by using electrical schematic diagram, we can make simplified and easy to understand. So you can see only one page of the reading illustration figure, we can understand the system, the whole system. So you can see we can simplify by word, yeah, from the figure. Actually, from the figure, we can simplify by word. So in the normal, to build schematic diagram for an electrical circuit in series, and parallel style. Yeah. So actually combination. And then we can simplify more, yeah, by adding the switches and safety control are always associated with any load in series only to prevent the load from any danger case. Actually, by we attach the sensor, we make like the control safety control inside of the system. So reading basic wiring diagram, reading by basic wiring diagram mean interpretation and understanding the complete connection in any electric circuit. So actually we have the objective, several objective, yeah, why we simplify the diagram. So we can read, yeah, easily the whole system. So a person should be able to read and interpret a schematic diagram in order to understand how a piece of the equipment operates, know what the unit should be doing when it's in a specific mode of the operation. So by using the diagram, you can understand what the operation actually work inside of the system. And be able to make installation, connection. So you can understand how to install, yeah. Be able to troubleshoot and repair refrigeration, heating, and air conditioning system. So once you understand the schematic, so you can maybe if you're facing the trouble shooting, so you can solve the problem there so easily. So reading basic wiring diagram, starting reading any schematic wiring diagram required first to know how to represent, symbolize each load, control switch, and safety device. Actually, in the diagram, they will represent the component, yeah, by the symbolize. So you should understand, yeah, the symbol of the component. Some maybe they will put inside of the diagram what the symbol represent. So you can understand, yeah, the operation system. There are 5 classified group. In each group contain different symbol. Yeah? So you can read here the symbol. So you, if you forget, yeah, the symbol represent, so mean you need to bring the note, yeah, uh, within you, yeah. So you, the symbol will guide you the understanding of the each the symbol inside, yeah, in the designing, circuit designing. So next, actually, we can simplify, yeah, every of the diagram illustration or diagram schematic, yeah, by word, yeah. So once you can understand, yeah, the figure, and then you can simplify by understanding in the uh, phrasing, yeah, of every operation system. So you can understand, yeah, the meaning. So the most schematic diagram contain a legend, cross references, and component. They are later designers to designation to the name of the component. So actually, yeah, together with the symbol, they also attach the information of the component here. So let's say COMP, yeah, actually represent to the compressor, and then C is a contactor, and IFR is indoor fan relay. So you can understand from the figure. Okay, now we go to the schematic, yeah, of the humidifier. So actually humidifier, if we represent into the schematic, very simple. Even the device is complicated of the uh, wiring system. So they can simplify by schematic diagram. So only one series within the humidifier with the compressor. And then C, yeah, compressor in within the fan motor is installing by parallel system. So mean that once the humidifier, yeah, sensor work, yeah, mean then reading the humidifier is higher. Maybe they set in the certain condition of the humidifier level, and then the device will be work. So then once the compressor, once the humidifier reading meet, yeah, the setting, and then the switch will be off, yeah? Sorry, will be closed, and then the compressor will be, and the fan will be work together. Okay. So the humidifier is consists of the 3 device, yeah. Humidistat is a device that open and close a switch. So in this case, humidistat mean is a switch, yeah, sensor to read the condition around surround is a level of the level humidify, yeah. Once the reading meet the setting, and then will be closed, yeah, and then will be operate, and then will be uh, operate the compressor and then the fan together. So actually, one figure, yeah, figure schematic can be simplified by a rephrase of the word, yeah, in the left side, yeah, from the figure. So you can simplify by this one, yeah. Dehumidifier is consists of three devices. Yeah? Humidistat is the device that open and can close a switch. A compressor move to refrigerant through the refrigeration system, and so on. So I hope, yeah, once you understand the diagram, you can simplify of the condition system. Actually, this one will be maybe the feature. Yeah, you can understand, and the schematic, yeah, in the inside of the figure, yeah. I hope you can simplify by the word. So maybe I will ask you in the assess you in the maybe in midterm and also in the final exam, by this type of the question. Construction and reading basic wiring diagram window air conditioners. This one is another example, yeah, condition of the circuit. This wiring system of a window air conditioner. So actually, they designed by this, yeah, of the schematic. So we have a one sensor here. So we will operate only one condition of the operation. Yeah, one the sensor need to operate the number two and number one. Yeah, and then we'll be operate the fan. If, yeah, sensor is reading, yeah, from the to point one to point three, mean the sensor when we start, yeah, temperature, yeah, will be run the compressor. So like that. So we can simplify, yeah, by phrasing, yeah, of the word, yeah, to describe the schematic diagram. Other example is same like that, yeah, same. Maybe still in the window air condition example, they can make simplify by the phrasing word, yeah. So actually, what happened is once the sensor uh, close to the from the point one to point two, and then what happened if operate both, yeah? So the sensor will be operate both together, yeah, within the compressor and also fan, yeah. So you can simplify by the word. So you can read by yourself here, and then the other example is a cooler, yeah. Cooler also construct by schematic like this, and then you can uh, succeed, to read the schematic, and then you can simplify by the word. So we hope like that. Once you understand the schematic, and then you can simplify by the word. Okay, that's that's all for today for the second week our subject. So I hope you can understand the reading in the diagram, and then you can make a simplify by the phrasing the operation of the schematic. Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. And then I hope you complete the quiz, yeah, for attending system. So after finish the class, lecture class, you need to complete the quiz. So from this quiz, I can collect your attendance. Yeah. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and good day.